Hello and good morning, pillars of the light, divine beings of infinite potential. Yes, that's how we see each other. No other way. We don't do like the humans do. We do like the awakening beings do. And they don't do, they be. All right? Yogananda says these words. He says, a great awakening is knocking at our door. A great awakening is knocking at our door. Lord, grant us the strength to welcome the dawn. Lord, grant us the strength to welcome the dawn over the ashes of many worldly desires. So we are the phoenixes rising from the ashes of our old self, leaving behind all those things that we really believed in at one time in our lives, right? That we thought was the reality that we totally bought into. You know, part of this is not part of all of the delusion that this world is really a hologram and a dream experience at that. So there's Yogananda says, in our sleep at night, we are more real or closer to reality than our waking state during the day. Because at night, when you go to sleep and put your head on the pillow, you're happy to kind of say goodbye to the world, aren't you? You're happy. You say goodbye to it. You say goodbye to all your problems. You say goodbye to, all the bills that you need to kind of look at and pay and all of that. And you gladly go to sleep. And he said, there's no difference between our waking state during the day. If you can do that at night, he says you can do it during the day. So we're going to actually do a little ceremony today. It's called the Sacred Fire Ceremony, and it's this one. This one is Saint Germain's fire ceremony. But before, I want to set you up for it. I want to get us all tuned up for this sacred experience of a fire ceremony online at that. And I want to start with this quote from yeah Thich Nhat Hanh. So close your eyes, my dears. This is a good time to get situated in your true self. Not to say you aren't in your true self, but this is going to give us a little more awareness of our true self when we close our eyes to this world and get into our sweet spot of this divine connection we have with our soul and spirit and Divine Mother. And it's the endless possibilities, right? But this is what Thich Nhat Hanh says. He says, if we are afraid to touch our suffering, we will not be able to realize the path of peace, joy, and liberation. Don't run away. Don't run away. Touch your suffering and embrace it. Make peace with it. So this is what we're going to do when we have our ceremony, our sacred fire ceremony this morning. We're going to make peace with all those things that really are creating suffering in us. The limitations that we still have, the fears, the phobias that we still have, the hurts, maybe even some unforgivables we still have lurking in our system. So now I just want to invite you to visualize that you are in your soul cave, let's say. And in your soul cave, you practice frequently a sacred fire ceremony. So get that fire going. Feel the heat, feel the warmth, feel the sacredness of it. In India, they do this and they say Om Swaha, when they want to throw into that fire their limitations, their fears, their anxiety, their lives that they still feel entitled to, and all those things. They just throw it into the fire, throw themselves, so to speak, into the fire, and they say Om Swaha, Om Swaha. But first, I want to read you this. This is a beautiful thing to really get our hearts going for this fire ceremony. This is called Return Us to the Light. So maybe this is our theme for the fire ceremony. Return us to the light. O Lord, grant us the strength to welcome the dawn so we can return to the light. It says this: take me back to a simpler time, to a time before the touch of man, a time before cars and telephone lines, when Mother Earth still held command. Take us back to a simpler time, long before the wars began, when bird held dominion over sky, as fish in water swam, or how the times have changed since the rise of modern man. We stole dominion from the birds, from the fish, and from the land. With bombs and guns at hand, and sacrificed our brothers and sisters just to conquer foreign lands. We built our cars, planes, and trains as we paved our paths across this planet, clearing forests to and fro until the earth could hardly stand it. Will we expend the earth of all its worth? Or will we cease our selfish ways? Will we eradicate this world? Or will we make a change today? May we set aside our differences as we stand together in this fight to protect this precious planet and return us to the light. So feel that sacred fire, my dears. Feel the calling of your soul right now. It's going to be unique for each of us. And really see what the message is for you this morning as we get ready for our sacred fire ceremony from the teachings of Saint Germain. This is our invocation to the sacred fire ceremony. And we'll pause after each little section here so you can go deep, or maybe do some Om Swahas and cast those things that are still creating the suffering in you into the sacred fire, or the worries and the fears in you, to say Om Swaha, into the sacred fire you go. In fact, Yogananda says, on my soul's altar, I tend the sacred fire of constant remembrance, of thee. With my sleepless eyes of love, I ever gaze on thy face. With my sleepless eyes of love, I ever gaze on thy face. So let's invoke the blessings for our sacred fire experience. O mighty presence of the sacred fire, we call upon your cleansing power from the heart of the divine. Let your pure flames flow. Mighty presence of the sacred fire, we call upon your cleansing power from the heart of the divine. Let your pure flames flow. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Maybe you just are using that as a mantra as we embrace our suffering and the planet's suffering. Om Swaha, Om Swaha, Om Swaha. This is our declaration for this fire ceremony. By the authority of the divine spark, by the authority of the divine spark within us, we decree a surge of the sacred fire's purifying essence. We decree a surge of the sacred fire's purifying essence through our being and surroundings. The surge of the sacred fire's purifying essence through our beings and surroundings. Let it cleanse the layers of my consciousness. Let it cleanse the layers of our consciousness, the collective unconscious, the collective conscious, the subconscious, the conscious, and our superconscious. Let it cleanse the layers of our consciousness and liberate us from the burdens of discord and unease that liberate us from the burdens of discord and unease. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. This is our affirmation. And I'll put it in a we rather than the I am. We are. We are the purity of the sacred fire's embrace. We are the purity of the sacred fire's embrace. We are the transformation it brings. We are the transformation it brings. As it passes through us, all that is not aligned with our highest good is transmuted and released. As the sacred fire's embrace passes through us, all that is not aligned with our highest good is transmuted and released. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. And finally, our visualization. Our visualization. Envision. We envision the sacred fire as a luminous, warm energy. We envision the sacred fire as a luminous, warm energy enveloping us and our world completely, completely. A luminous, warm energy enveloping us and all the inhabitants of our world completely. We feel its power. We feel its power dissolving all negativity, fear, and illness. We feel its power dissolving all negative fear and illness. We feel its power dissolving all negativity, fear, and illness. leaving behind only strength, clarity, and peace. Leaving behind only strength, clarity, and world peace. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. In closing, I would like to share with you what I did when every time I did a weekend retreat or a week retreat or a workshop. I always had everyone repeat and do a little song and dance. And it goes like this. We cast ourselves into the sacred fire. We cast ourselves into the sacred fire. Om Swaha, Om Swaha, Om Swaha, Om Swaha, Om Swaha, Om Swaha, Om Swaha. We give back our mind to spirit. We give back our body to spirit. We give back our hearts to spirit. We give back our soul to spirit. And we throw ourselves into the flames of love. Into the flames of love. Into the flames of love. We cast ourselves into the sacred fire. We thank you, Saint Germain. We thank you, all the angels that have supported us in our sacred fire. We thank you, the holy ones who are always with us, behind every detail, every breath we receive, every footstep we take. We know you are here. We know you are behind this awakening on our planet. We know that our souls are going to thrive in the light and the freedom of our oneness with thee. We just know this now. Because of your grace, we know this. And we are so grateful. And we are so filled with that divine spark of the sacred fire that rages on in the inner kingdoms of life, where the usual, normal, ordinary human have no clue that it burns so bright, that warm, all embracing, all comforting spirit fire. And we thank you that this is so, and so be it. I'm just a little curious if there's ever been, excuse me, if there's ever been a sacred fire online before. Yeah, that was real, wasn't it? That was pretty real. That was a really good ceremony, wouldn't you say? It's our first ritual. It's our first ritual. Danielle knows all about these kind of ceremonies. She's indigenous, that woman. She's not from around here, that woman. Nor are any of us. Be one day when we're all awakened and we'll be able to say, hey, I came from that planet. And you'll say, oh, no, I came from this planet. But somehow, you know what they do, the awakened ones? They go from planet to planet. They help out wherever they can. After they've been in one planet and they've helped as many souls as possible, they go to another planet where there's lost souls that are struggling just like we are. So it's just amazing what is waiting for us, my dears, in every breath, in every moment. And I just have one more thing before I ask for comments. I have to read you something that, believe it or not, this is another little dog story from a dog's point of view. And they always just make me cry, and they'll probably make me cry again. But bereavement is another big thing that we all will suffer some with bereavement. And of course, a lot of you are mothers. There's nothing harder than a mother dealing with something like that. But we all know that that is going to be part of the journey, the tapestry of our life, right? It's going to happen. So I take this poem and I take it to heart, and I start visualizing not the passing of anybody, but I just start visualizing that I'm going to be so safe in that spirit fire that I know my loved ones are safe in that spirit fire. I know that death is not the real thing, that we all are going to be, all are together in the oneness on this side and that side. We're all together, and all are animals too. But can I read you this? Do you mind if I read you this? When tomorrow starts without me, this is from the dog or the human. Please try to understand. Please try to understand that an angel came and called my name and took me by the hand. They said my place was ready in heaven far above, and that I'd have to leave behind all those I dearly love. So when tomorrow starts without me, and I'm not there to see, if the sun should rise and find your eyes all filled with tears for me, I wish so much you wouldn't cry the way you did today while thinking of the many things we didn't get to say. I know how much you love me, and as much as I love you. And each time you think of me, I know you'll miss me too. Yeah. Does anyone have a hanky in the house? Yeah, I know. I should have warned you. Part of the fire ceremony is to have a hanky with you. Once everything's purged, you're going to feel lighter, and you're going to be happy that you have a deeper understanding of what's going on here. So thank you, everybody. You make this happen. You made this happen. It couldn't be this what we're experiencing right now without you. Yeah. So I know we feel a lot of that for each other. And again, I repeat that we haven't even been in each other's presence, some of us, which shows you that this is an invisible, intangible, non-physical reality. We don't need anything except our hearts and our faith and our trust in ourselves and each other, right? That's all we need. And really trust in each other. Really trust, know each other, and see each other as you really are. So I hope you enjoyed the sacred fire ceremony on this. Is this Monday? I even forgot it's Monday. It's Monday. Yeah, good way to start the week, I think. Yeah. Ashley, thanks for all you're doing. Yeah, I know. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. I think there was some clearing. I think there was some purging and surging. Yeah, and releasing in that. Yeah, the real deal. All right. Does anyone have anything to share if you want to? Are we all good? All right. We love? No, we love,
Mhm.
care, and we share everything. All of us, all that we are, we share. Namaste, my dears.
Namaste. Blessings.
Blessings.
Be loved.
Be loved, beloved, be loved.